And let's check in with Rod Maloney. He has been following this for us throughout the morning. What's the very latest, Rod?
Well, as things stand right now, it sounds like the Board of Canvassers meeting, which was scheduled originally at 9, then at 1:30, has now been canceled. So that's probably, we've been told, postponed until Monday. And it has been an eventful 18 hours because last night the Wayne County Board of Canvassers met, 2 Republicans, 2 Democrats, and initially they deadlocked on the vote as to whether to certify the election in Wayne County. That caused enormous amounts of anger and frustration. And after the board agreed that they wanted to have an audit of the election, the Republican chairperson, Monica Palmer, and also William Hartman, who is the other Republican member, then in turn voted to actually certify the Wayne County election. Now, their concerns had a lot to do with what they called independent comprehensive audits and also problems with ballots or out of balance precincts. That was the real concern. It's the number of votes cast versus the number of votes counted. And they said that there were a lot of discrepancies and they were deeply concerned about that. So in the meantime, the NAACP and Mayor Mike Duggan have come out this morning. They had a news conference about a half hour ago. Decrying what happened last night, angry with the Republican members of the Board of Canvassers, and very angry at the Trump administration, saying that for all intents and purposes what they did last night was racist. In fact, Wendell Anthony had this to say about what transpired at the Board of Canvassers.
Our eternal thanks for the vast number of workers and volunteers who risked their very lives during the COVID-19 period to count the votes, endure the insults, harassment, and intimidation by Trump operatives seeking to invade their space. The Republican representatives on the Wayne County Board of Elections canvassers by their stalling rejection of the will of the people until folks from around the city weighed in with their objections are a case in point. This is the deadly political virus attacking our election process. Monica Palmer and William Hartman stood in the doorway attempting to block democracy from finding its way.
So the mayor also pointed out that the same Board of Canvassers approved precincts last time around that they didn't this time around, and he felt that it was grossly unfair and unfair to the people of the city of Detroit, and particularly the election workers in the city of Detroit. Now, we have reached out to Monica Palmer and also to William Hartman, and we're told that they're going to have a statement sometime this afternoon between, say, 2 and 4 o'clock, but we're uncertain exactly how that's going to look and how it's going to go. We're also going to be hearing from the current Speaker of the House and get his take on all of this, and we'll have all of that coming up on Local 4 News at 5 and 6. Reporting live, Rod Maloney, Local 4.